The air is thick with tension as Liam and I enter the grand ballroom, arm in arm. It's been years since I've seen Ethan, but the wounds of his betrayal still feel fresh. I take a deep breath, steeling myself for the inevitable confrontation. "Scarlett, darling, you look stunning as always," Ethan says, his voice dripping with false sincerity. Vivian clings to his arm, her designer gown shimmering under the chandeliers. "I see you've managed to snag yourself a lawyer. How quaint." Liam squeezes my hand reassuringly. "Ethan, I'd say it's a pleasure, but we both know that would be a lie. And Vivian, I'm surprised to see you here, considering the pending charges against you." Vivian's eyes widen, her perfectly painted lips parting in shock. "Charges? What are you talking about?" "Oh, just a little something called embezzlement," Liam says casually. "Seems you've been dipping into your family's foundation for personal gain." Ethan's face reddens, his grip on Vivian's arm tightening. "You have no proof of that. This is absurd." I can't help but smirk. "But we do, Ethan, just like we have proof of you sabotaging my art career. Did you really think you could get away with it?" The color drains from Ethan's face as he realizes the gravity of the situation. "Scarlett, please, let's talk about this privately. There's no need for a scene." "Oh, I think there is," I say, my voice rising. "You two have caused enough damage, and it's time for the world to see you for who you really are." As if on cue, Audrey appears, a police detective by her side. "Ethan Blackwood, Vivian Holloway, you're both under arrest for embezzlement and fraud." The room falls silent as the detective reads them their rights. Vivian sobs, her mascara running down her cheeks, while Ethan stands motionless, his eyes fixed on me. "How could you do this, Scarlett?" he asks, his voice barely above a whisper. "You brought this upon yourself, Ethan," I reply coldly. "You chose to betray me, to destroy my life. Now it's time for you to face the consequences." As the police lead them away, Liam pulls me into his arms. "You were incredible, my love. I'm so proud of you." Tears sting my eyes as the weight of the moment hits me. "We did it, Liam. We finally got justice." He kisses me softly, his love and support radiating through every touch. "And now we can focus on our future without the shadows of the past holding us back." I nod, a smile spreading across my face. The journey has been long and painful, but standing here, in the arms of the man I love, I know that every step has been worth it. We've conquered the darkness, and now the light of a new beginning awaits us. As the dust settles from the gala confrontation, I throw myself into my art, channeling my emotions onto the canvas. Each brushstroke is a cathartic release, a way to process the pain and betrayal that Ethan inflicted upon me. Audrey visits my studio, her eyes wide as she takes in my latest pieces. "Scarlett, these are incredible, the raw emotion, the depth. You've truly found your voice." I smile, wiping a smudge of paint from my cheek. "Thanks, Audrey. I feel like I'm finally free, you know? Free to create, to express myself without fear." She nods, understanding shining in her eyes. "You've come so far, Scar. I'm so proud of you." A few weeks later, I'm setting up for my first solo exhibition at a prestigious gallery. The nerves are palpable, but Liam is by my side, his unwavering support a constant comfort. As the doors open and the crowd filters in, I spot a familiar face among the art enthusiasts and critics. Ethan, his eyes narrowed, his jaw clenched. Liam notices him too, his hand resting protectively on the small of my back. "What the hell is he doing here?" he mutters. I take a deep breath, squaring my shoulders. He's here to try and ruin this for me, but I won't let him. Not anymore. I make my way through the gallery, greeting patrons and discussing my work. The response is overwhelmingly positive, with collectors clamoring to acquire my pieces. Ethan corners me near one of my largest paintings, his voice low and menacing. "You think you've won, don't you? You think you can just move on, pretend like what we had never existed?" I meet his gaze, unflinching. "What we had was toxic, Ethan. You manipulated me, cheated on me, and tried to destroy my career. But I'm stronger now, and I won't let you have power over me anymore." He scoffs, his eyes darting to where Liam stands, engaged in conversation with a potential buyer. "And you think he's any better? He's just using you, Scarlett, using your talent, your connections." Anger flares within me, hot and bright. "You don't know anything about Liam or our relationship. He loves me for who I am, not what I can do for him. Unlike you." Ethan's face twists with rage, his hand clenching into a fist. For a moment I fear he might strike me, but Liam appears at my side, his presence a silent warning. "I think it's time for you to leave, Ethan," Liam says, his voice calm but firm. "You're not welcome here." Ethan looks between us, his eyes filled with hatred. "This isn't over. You'll regret crossing me, both of you." As he storms out of the gallery, I let out a shaky breath. Liam pulls me into his arms, his embrace a sanctuary amidst the chaos. "He's wrong, you know," Liam whispers, pressing a kiss to my forehead. "I love you, Scarlett. Not for what you can do, but for who you are. Never doubt that." I nod, tears stinging my eyes. "I know, Liam. I love you too." The rest of the evening passes in a blur of congratulations and celebration. My paintings sell out, and I'm hailed as a rising star in the art world. But even as I bask in the glow of success, I can't shake the feeling that Ethan's threat looms over us, a dark cloud on the horizon. I know he won't rest until he's exacted his revenge, but with Liam by my side, I'm ready to face whatever storms may come. The charity gala is in full swing, the ballroom glittering with the city's elite. Liam and I make our way through the crowd, exchanging pleasantries and basking in the success of my recent exhibition. But the moment I spot Ethan and Vivian, my stomach churns. They're holding court across the room, their laughter grating against my nerves. Liam senses my unease, his hand finding mine. "We don't have to talk to them, Scarlett. We can just enjoy the evening." I shake my head, determination stealing my spine. "No, I need to confront them. I need to show them that they can't control me anymore." We approach the toxic couple, plastering on fake smiles. Ethan's eyes glint with malice as he takes in our presence. "Well, if it isn't the happy couple," he sneers. "Enjoying your 15 minutes of fame, Scarlett?" Vivian laughs, the sound like shattered glass. "Oh, Ethan, don't be so harsh. I'm sure Scarlett's little paintings will be forgotten soon enough." Liam steps forward, his voice calm but cutting. "Actually, Vivian, Scarlett's work is being hailed as groundbreaking, but I'm not surprised you can't recognize true talent, considering your own lack of accomplishments." Vivian's face reddens, her eyes narrowing. "How dare you speak to me like that? Do you know who I am?" "Of course he does," I interject, my voice steady. "You're the woman who's about to lose everything in her divorce. Liam is representing your ex-husband, after all." The color drains from Vivian's face, her composure cracking. Ethan looks between us, his jaw clenched. "You're bluffing," he spits out. "You don't have anything on us." Liam smirks, pulling a folder from his jacket. "Oh, but we do. Proof of Vivian's embezzlement and evidence of your sabotage, Ethan. Enough to bury you both." Ethan lunges for the folder, but Liam deftly moves it out of reach. The commotion attracts the attention of nearby partygoers, curious whispers filling the air. "This isn't over," Ethan hisses, his face contorted with rage. "You think you're so clever, so untouchable, but you have no idea what I'm capable of." I meet his gaze, unflinching. "Bring it on, Ethan. We're not afraid of you. Not anymore." Vivian tugs at Ethan's arm, her eyes wide with panic. "Let's go, Ethan. People are staring." As they make their retreat, Liam turns to me, his expression a mix of pride and concern. "Are you okay, Scarlett? I know that couldn't have been easy." I nod, adrenaline still pumping through my veins. "I'm fine, Liam. Better than fine. I feel like we finally have the upper hand." He pulls me close, his lips brushing against my forehead. "We're in this together, my love. No matter what they throw at us, we'll face it as a team." The rest of the evening passes in a blur, but my mind is already racing with plans. We have the evidence. Now we need to use it to bring Ethan and Vivian to their knees. As we leave the gala, hand in hand, I feel a sense of purpose settle over me. The road ahead may be treacherous, but with Liam by my side, I know we can overcome any obstacle. Revenge may be a dish best served cold, but the fire burning within me is anything but. It's time to make Ethan and Vivian pay for their sins, and I won't rest until justice is served. The evidence against Ethan and Vivian piles up, each new revelation fueling my determination. Liam works tirelessly building an ironclad case against Vivian's embezzlement, while I dig deeper into Ethan's sabotage of my art career. Late one night, I'm poring over emails and documents when Audrey bursts into my studio, her face flushed with excitement. "Scarlett, you won't believe what I've found," she exclaims, waving a stack of papers. "I've been investigating Ethan's dealings, and I've uncovered a trail of blackmail and coercion. He's been threatening gallery owners and critics, forcing them to blacklist you." I feel a surge of anger, my hands clenching into fists. That bastard. He couldn't stand to see me succeed on my own, so he tried to destroy me. Audrey nods, her eyes blazing with righteous indignation. We have to expose him, Scarlett. The world needs to know the truth. I take a deep breath, my mind racing with possibilities. We will, Audrey, but we need to do this carefully. Ethan and Vivian are dangerous, and they'll stop at nothing to protect themselves. As if on cue, my phone buzzes with an incoming call. It's Ethan, his voice dripping with false concern. Scarlett, darling, I think we need to talk. Clear the air, so to speak. I put him on speaker, motioning for Audrey to stay silent. I have nothing to say to you, Ethan. You've made your intentions quite clear. He laughs, the sound sending chills down my spine. Oh, but I think you'll want to hear this. I have some rather incriminating information about your beloved husband. Wouldn't want that to get out now, would we? Liam, who has been listening in, snatches the phone from my hand. You're bluffing, Ethan. You have nothing on me. Do I? Ethan taunts. I wonder what your clients would think if they knew about your little indiscretion with that paralegal last year. I feel my blood run cold, my eyes locking with Liam's. He shakes his head, his expression pained. It's not true, Scarlett. I swear to you, he's lying. Ethan's laughter echoes through the room. Trouble in paradise, I see. Such a shame. But if you drop this little crusade against Vivian and me, perhaps I can be persuaded to keep my mouth shut. Rage boils within me, white hot and all-consuming. You're pathetic, Ethan. You think you can blackmail us into submission? Think again. We have enough evidence to bury you and Vivian, and we're not backing down. I end the call, my heart pounding in my chest. Liam pulls me into his arms, his voice fierce with conviction. He's lying, Scarlett. I would never betray you like that. I love you, and only you. I nod, burying my face in his chest. I know, Liam. I trust you. But we need to be careful. Ethan's getting desperate, and there's no telling what he'll do next. Here, Audrey clears her throat, her expression determined. Then we need to act fast. We have the evidence. Now we need to use it. I say we host an event, invite the press, and expose Ethan and Vivian for the frauds they are. Liam nods, his jaw set. I agree. We'll lure them in, make them think they've won, and then we'll pull the rug out from under them. As we begin to plan, a sense of calm settles over me. The final showdown is approaching, and I know it won't be easy. But with Liam and Audrey by my side, I'm ready to face whatever storms may come. Ethan and Vivian have played their hand, but they've underestimated the strength of our bond. Together, we'll bring them to justice, and finally put an end to their reign of terror. The night of the event arrives, and my nerves are on edge. Liam and I have worked tirelessly to transform our gallery into a showcase of my latest collection, each piece carefully curated to tell a story of resilience and triumph. As the guests begin to arrive, I scan the crowd for any sign of Ethan and Vivian. Part of me hopes they won't show, that they'll realize the game is up and slink away into obscurity. But I know better. Their egos won't allow them to admit defeat. Audrey appears at my side, her eyes shining with anticipation. They're here, she whispers, tilting her head towards the entrance. I follow her gaze, my stomach twisting as I spot Ethan and Vivian making their way through the throng of people. They're all smiles and charm, but I can see the malice lurking beneath the surface. Liam squeezes my hand, his presence a steadying force. Remember, my love, we hold all the cards. They can't touch us. I nod, taking a deep breath as we approach the toxic couple. Ethan's eyes narrow, his smile turning predatory. Scarlett, darling, what a lovely little gathering you've put together. I'm surprised you could afford it, given your struggles. Vivian laughs, the sound grating against my nerves. Oh, Ethan, don't be cruel. I'm sure Liam's been footing the bill. Isn't that right, Scarlett? I feel Liam tense beside me, but I place a calming hand on his arm. Actually, Vivian, this event is being sponsored by several prominent art patrons. They believe in my work and in the power of truth. Ethan scoffs, his eyes darting around the room. Truth? You wouldn't know the truth if it slapped you in the face. You're nothing but a fraud, Scarlett. A pretty face with mediocre talent. I smile, the gesture cold and calculating. Funny you should mention fraud, Ethan, because that's exactly what we're here to expose tonight. As if on cue, Audrey appears with the police detective, her expression grim. Ethan Blackwood, Vivian Holloway, you're both under arrest for embezzlement, fraud, and blackmail. Vivian's face drains of color, her eyes wide with shock. What? This is absurd. You have no proof. Liam steps forward, his voice ringing out clear and strong. Oh, but we do, Vivian. We have financial records, email trails, and witness testimony, enough to send you both to prison for a very long time. Ethan lunges at Liam, his face contorted with rage. You bastard! You think you can ruin me? I'll destroy you! The detective intercepts him, pushing him back with a firm hand. Mr. Blackwood, I suggest you come quietly. You're only making things worse for yourself. As the police handcuff Ethan and Vivian, I feel a sense of relief wash over me. It's finally over. The nightmare that has haunted me for so long is coming to an end. Liam pulls me into his arms, his lips brushing against my forehead. You did it, my love. You faced your demons and emerged victorious. Tears sting my eyes, but I blink them back. We did it, Liam. Together. I couldn't have done this without you. Audrey joins us, her smile radiant. I'm so proud of you, Scarlett. You've shown the world what true strength looks like. As Ethan and Vivian are led away, I turn to face the crowd. The room is buzzing with excitement, the guests eager to hear the full story. I take a deep breath, my voice steady as I begin to speak. Thank you all for coming tonight. What you've witnessed is the unmasking of two individuals who thought they could manipulate and deceive their way through life. But the truth always finds a way to shine through. And tonight, justice has been served. The applause is deafening, and I feel a sense of pride swell within me. This is my moment, my triumph, and I know that no matter what the future holds, I'll face it with my head held high and the love of those who matter most by my side. The crowd falls silent as Liam takes the stage, his presence commanding attention. He looks every bit the successful lawyer, his suit impeccably tailored, his expression grave. Ladies and gentlemen, he begins, his voice carrying across the room. Tonight, we gather not only to celebrate the incredible talent of my wife, Scarlett Hawkins, but also to expose the truth behind two individuals who have caused immeasurable harm. He pauses, his eyes scanning the crowd. Vivian Holloway, the once respected philanthropist, has been embezzling funds from her family's foundation for years. She's used this money to fund her lavish lifestyle, all while claiming to be a champion of the less fortunate. Gasps and murmurs ripple through the audience, and I see Vivian's face turn ashen. She tries to back away, but the detective's grip on her arm is unyielding. Liam continues, his voice growing stronger. And Ethan Blackwood, the man who once claimed to love Scarlett, has been actively sabotaging her career. He's blackmailed gallery owners, threatened critics, and spread vicious lies, all in an attempt to destroy the woman he couldn't control. Ethan's eyes blaze with fury, his fists clenched at his sides. You have no proof, he shouts, his voice cracking with desperation. I step forward, my head held high. But we do, Ethan. We have emails, financial records, and witness statements. You thought you could break me, but you underestimated my strength. Our strength. I take Liam's hand, our fingers intertwining. You see, Ethan, you may have shattered my heart, but you couldn't touch my spirit. I found love, real love, with a man who supports and cherishes me, a man who fights for truth and justice. Ethan's face contorts with rage, and he lunges forward, his hands outstretched. You bitch, he screams, spittle flying from his lips. I'll kill you! The detective tackles him to the ground, pinning his arms behind his back. Vivian sobs, her mascara running down her cheeks. Please, she begs, her voice trembling. Have mercy. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I look at her, my expression cold. Mercy? Like the mercy you showed me when you stole my fiancé? When you gloated about your wealth and status? No, Vivian. You'll receive the same mercy you've shown others. None. The detective hauls Ethan to his feet, his face bruised and bloody. Ethan Blackwood, Vivian Holloway, you're under arrest for embezzlement, fraud, and assault. You have the right to remain silent. As the detective reads them their rights, I feel a weight lift from my shoulders. It's over. The nightmare that has haunted me for so long is finally coming to an end. Liam pulls me into his arms, his lips brushing against my ear. I'm so proud of you, my love. You faced your demons with grace and strength. Tears sting my eyes, but I blink them back. I couldn't have done it without you, Liam. You've been my rock, my guiding light. Audrey appears at my side, her smile wide and genuine. You did it, Scarlett. You brought them to justice, and now the world can see your true talent unhindered by their malice. As Ethan and Vivian are led away in handcuffs, I turn to face the crowd once more. Let this be a lesson to anyone who thinks they can abuse their power and privilege. The truth will always come to light, and justice will be served. The applause is thunderous, and I feel a sense of pride swell within me. This is my moment, my triumph, and I know that whatever the future holds, I'll face it with courage, integrity, and the love of those who matter most. The weeks following Ethan and Vivian's arrest are a whirlwind of activity. The press descends upon the story like vultures, eager to pick apart every sordid detail of the scandal. Liam and I watch from the sidelines as the trial unfolds, each damning piece of evidence sealing Vivian's fate. The once proud socialite crumbles under the weight of her crimes, her designer dresses traded for a drab prison uniform. As the guilty verdict is read, Vivian's anguished cries echo through the courtroom. "Please," she begs, her eyes wild with desperation. I can't go to prison. I'll do anything." The judge remains unmoved, his voice firm and uncompromising. "Vivian Holloway, you have shown no remorse for your actions. You've stolen from those who trusted you, and you've used your wealth and status to evade justice. I hereby sentence you to 10 years in federal prison with no possibility of parole." Vivian collapses, her sobs racking her body as the bailiffs lead her away. I feel a twinge of pity, but it's quickly overshadowed by a sense of righteous satisfaction. She's finally getting what she deserves. Ethan, on the other hand, seems to have escaped legal consequences, much to my frustration. But as the news of Vivian's conviction spreads, the art world turns its back on him. Galleries refuse to show his work, collectors shun his pieces, and his once promising career crumbles to dust. Liam and I throw ourselves into our respective passions, our love and partnership stronger than ever. My paintings soar in value, each brushstroke a testament to my resilience and growth. Liam's law firm thrives, his reputation as a champion of justice firmly established. One evening, as we're enjoying a quiet dinner at home, Liam takes my hand, his eyes shining with love and admiration. "Scarlett, I've been thinking, what if we used our success to help others, to give back to the community?" I smile, my heart swelling with pride. "I love that idea, Liam. We could start a foundation, one that supports emerging artists and provides legal aid to those who've been wronged." He nods, his excitement palpable. "Exactly. We've been through so much, and we've come out stronger. Now it's our turn to be the light in someone else's darkness." As we begin to plan our new venture, I can't help but reflect on the journey that brought us here. The pain, the betrayal, the hard-fought battles, they've all led us to this moment, to a love that's unbreakable and a purpose that's greater than ourselves. Weeks turn into months, and our foundation begins to take shape. We pour our hearts into the work, channeling our passion and empathy into every project. One day, as I'm overseeing the installation of a new exhibit, I receive a call from an unknown number. Curious, I answer, only to hear a voice I never thought I'd encounter again. "Scarlett." Ethan's voice is ragged, broken. I need your help." I stiffen, my grip tightening on the phone. "Ethan, I thought I made it clear that I want nothing to do with you." "Please," he begs, his desperation palpable. I've lost everything. My career, my reputation. I have nothing left. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm begging you. Please, give me a chance to make things right." For a moment I'm tempted to let him back into my life, to offer him the redemption he so desperately craves. But then I remember the pain he caused, the scars he left on my heart. "I'm sorry, Ethan," I say, my voice steady and resolute. "But I can't help you. You made your choices, and now you have to live with the consequences. I hope someday you find the strength to be a better man, but I won't be a part of that journey." With that, I end the call, my heart lighter than it's been in years. I've finally closed the door on that chapter of my life, and I'm ready to embrace the future with Liam by my side and a world of possibilities ahead. The grand opening of our foundation is a night to remember. The gallery is filled with the laughter and chatter of friends, family, and supporters, each one eager to celebrate the culmination of our hard work and dedication. Audrey is by my side, her smile radiant as she takes in the scene. "I'm so proud of you, Scarlett. Look at what you've accomplished, what you've overcome. You're an inspiration to us all." I squeeze her hand, my heart full of gratitude. "I couldn't have done it without you, Audrey. You've been my rock, my constant support. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. As the evening progresses, Liam and I take turns sharing our vision for the foundation, our voices filled with passion and purpose. We speak of the artists we'll nurture, the lives we'll change, and the legacy we hope to leave behind. The crowd hangs on our every word, their applause thunderous and heartfelt. In this moment, I feel a sense of peace wash over me. The struggles of the past, the pain and the heartache, they've all led me here to a place of strength and resilience. As the night winds down, I find myself alone on the balcony, the city lights twinkling in the distance. I breathe in the cool night air, my mind wandering to the journey that brought me to this point. Suddenly, I hear footsteps behind me. I turn, my heart skipping a beat as I see Ethan standing before me, his face haggard and his eyes haunted. "Scarlett," he begins, his voice barely above a whisper. I know I have no right to be here, but I needed to see you, to tell you how sorry I am." I stiffen, my guard rising. "Ethan, I thought I made myself clear. I don't want you in my life, not anymore." He nods, his shoulders slumping. "I know, and I respect that. I needed you to know that I'm trying to be better, to make amends for all the pain I've caused." For a moment, I'm silent, studying his face for any sign of deceit. But all I see is a broken man, a shell of the person he once was. "I hope you find what you're looking for, Ethan," I say, my voice softening. "But I can't be a part of your redemption. I have my own life to live, my own dreams to chase." He smiles, a sad, resigned smile. "I understand. I just wanted you to know that I'm proud of you, Scarlett. You've become the woman I always knew you could be." With that, he turns and walks away, his footsteps echoing in the stillness of the night. I watch him go, a sense of closure settling over me. The Ethan I once loved, the man who shattered my heart, he's gone, replaced by a stranger seeking absolution. I turn back to the city, my eyes filled with tears of relief and gratitude. I've fought my battles, I've emerged victorious. And now, with Liam by my side and a world of possibilities ahead, I'm ready to embrace the future. As I make my way back inside, Liam pulls me into his arms, his love and strength enveloping me. "Are you all right, my love?" he asks, his eyes searching mine. I nod, a smile spreading across my face. "I'm more than all right, Liam. I'm happy, truly happy, and I'm ready for whatever comes next." Together, hand in hand, we rejoin the celebration, our hearts filled with love and our minds focused on the bright future ahead. The past may have shaped us, but it's the present that defines us. And in this moment, surrounded by the people I love, I've never felt more alive, more empowered, more ready to take on the world.